Hi there and welcome to Reviewed and Ranked. Tonight we are looking at the August 2021 titles from Millcreek Entertainment. I have 4 titles that were sent to me. One of them is a double feature, one is a complete TV series, and it is not I Dream of Jeannie because that was pushed back for until the month of September. I'm actually very excited to get I Dream of Jeannie, and I will be sure to review that one when it comes in. It might actually get a review of its own actually, which some of these here eventually might do as well. So we have 4 titles that we're looking at tonight. So the ones we're looking at are the double feature of The Watcher and The Skeleton Key. We have the Tim Allen Kirstie Alley comedy For Richer for Poorer. We have the classic 80s film Rad. It's finally got a standard release. Before it only had a steelbook release. And a Subaraya film that is a series that is not Ultraman, with Gridman the Hyper Agent. And if this looks familiar and you're a child of the 90s, for instance, or the 2000s, you probably saw this under the North American title of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And as always in Reviewed and Ranked, we have a quick review of each of these films. No, we don't go too in depth. I kind of leave that to you. But then I will rank these in the order that I like them. And I'll give you picks on which ones to pick up. So first off, we have Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley. Pretty much they're a rich couple that are on the run, and this is a fun little film. I kind of dug this one. Your mileage on this one is going to really matter on depending on how much you like the two leads. If you like Tim Allen and you like Kirstie Alley, then you're pretty much going to like this. It is what it is. It's two kind of it's a fish out of water film, with some rich people hiding out from the IRS in Amish country. So, interesting little film. I'm glad I got it, and we'll get on to these. Like I told you, I'm doing fast reviews for these. Next up is The Watcher and The Skeleton Key. Now, The Skeleton Key with Kate Hudson is in my opinion, the better of these 2 films, which really shocked me because it had been a while since I'd seen both of these films. And The Watcher is a film that was done it has a history behind it. It stars Keanu Reeves and James Spader, and James Spader's acting the hell out of this film, by the way, but the director doesn't have the chops to keep up with the actors that are around him. Now, let's be honest here. Keanu Reeves was kind of forced into doing this film. So, needless to say, he wasn't allowed to give any bad publicity for the film. Before, he had kind of like a silence order on him. It's James Spader, the beautiful Marissa Tomei, Keanu Reeves, and I should have loved this film because it has everything that I enjoy in this type of film. The actors are really good with everything they're given. James Spader is particularly good in this film, but James Spader is good in absolutely everything. But I will be honest when it comes to this one here. The direction on The Watcher really doesn't do this film any favors. This could be actually a decent film. Let me know what you think. Actually, you may like it better than me. I got distracted by the director's use, so kind of like the 90s era style, like just like hypercut and stuff like that. Didn't work quite for me, but like I say, my one person's meh is another person's favorite film. So that's The Watcher. Now, I did like The Skeleton Key, definitely a bit better. I like Kate Hudson in this. We got Gina Rowlands in this one as well. Peter Skarsgård's got a great cast. I wouldn't say it's one of the best twists since The Sixth Sense, but I actually really did like this one. And I think that this is worth picking up just on the Skeleton Key one alone. And seeing The Watcher even as a bit of a curio. Next up was one that I feel like deja vu in reviewing this one, and it is Rad. And it's rad. It's a really cool little film. I was a skateboarder when I was younger, not a BMXer. So there's a bit of a difference there and a bit of a disconnect. But I thought, I'm going to be kind of iffy on this one. But no, I watched this one. I watched it again, actually, for this one here. Definitely going to be the same features on the Steelbook one. If you were lucky enough to get the Sexy Mondo Macabre Steelbook, congratulations, that was really good. But if not, I think this does belong in your collection. 1989. I just finished a 1989 video. What year is this one put out again? I know it was in the 80s. 1996, there we go. 1986 is rad. It's a really fun little film. It has a fantastic little soundtrack. It's a feel-good film. It's something that you can sit back and you watch with your family, and not feel like either you or your kids are being talked down to when this is being watched. And that's actually a really cool thing. There's a really nice kind of a dancing like on BMX sequence in the film that has to be seen to be believed. I really, really dug this film, and I got to say, I'm glad that I own it. And now it's 3 copies of it. So there you go. Last but definitely not least is a Super Eyes special one, and this is Gridman the Hyper Agent. So this one here is as the complete series. I'll open it up here and show you guys so you can see the inside. It has some really good monster designs in here, by the way. Now, to let you know, unlike Ultraman, this is definitely leans more towards kind of some of the early and the later Ultraman stuff, and then the fact that it is more like definitely to be more kid friendly. The antagonists in the film, the leads, are the antagonists and protagonists really in a way are kids. They're they're teens or preteens, I think. And basically, they make this computer, which they nickname Junk, and inside of this computer is a creature by the name of Gridman. And it seems at first like they made Gridman, but in actuality, Gridman is somebody that lives in the internet. He lives in the cyber world. And his mortal enemy is Khan Digifer. It's a bigger name. It's like something Khan Digifer. They say Khan Digifer here, but it's actually a bigger name to it. So Khan Digifer is this like evil computer program, as opposed to like Gridman, who's like this he's like a virus buster basically. And Khan Digifer has taken pretty much control of this kid who's kind of really emo and angry and shy, and he's corrupted him, and he's using him and his like imagination to make these monsters to attack the cyber world. And the fact is that the things in the cyber world affects the real world. On the pilot episode of this, pretty much the little kid basically he needs to get an appendectomy basically, because his appendicitis is bad. So he goes to the hospital to get that done, but Khan Digifer gets this kid to create a virus that attacks the hospital computer programs, which means that they can't operate because the computers are going out of whack. Things are flying around the room. It's cute. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cheesy effects, but they work well for the way that they're done. Really good monster design in this one here. I like the way this was. It is definitely meant for it works more for a younger audience or a young at heart audience. I thought Super Eye did really good with this one. I love the look of the suit. This one does have a booklet, by the way. We'll show you. And altogether, there are 6 discs, so there's quite a few episodes, 30-something, I think 39 episodes or so on this one. I'll check for you now, actually. Yep, 39 episodes. So there's the kids from there, the guy with the dark suit on, and you can see him. He's kind of the bad kid. There's Gridman. I actually got through this in like a couple nights because it was a pretty quick watch. You can see some of the monsters on here as well. And there's Khan Digifer right there. Or Digifer. Khan Digifer. Digifer. What am I saying? Definitely was an interesting watch. This is probably going to be one of my easiest review and ranks to do, because I know exactly where the top ones are going. And I think you're going to be able to probably guess. But in 4th place, we will put the double feature, The Watcher and Skeleton Key. Although I thought Skeleton Key was fairly solid. The Watcher is one that I'm not quite sure how much watching I'm going to do. I'm going to give this one a chance again down the road. It may have been like the time that I saw it in, but it just didn't totally work for me. The Watcher didn't. But I dig it for its Skeleton Key because I do like Kate Hudson. Then it does have a great little cast. And 3rd place is Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley's comedy For Richer, For Poorer. They've been putting out some really good comedies recently. This one's okay. This is definitely an okay comedy. not up along the lines of a Skin Deep or anything like that. Skin Deep was, I thought was brilliant. One of the best things that Millcreek has put out in a while, especially when it comes to comedy. So definitely, if you haven't picked up Skin Deep, I definitely recommend that. But this is number 3, and if you like comedy, it's a solid pickup. In second place is Rad. Again, it's a really fun film. I can see why it's got a cult following. It's got some great music. This is a family film. It's a lot of fun. There's some great BMX stunts on it. If you're into BMX, this is your dream film. If you're not into BMX but you're into 80s, this is a fun film as well. We get Lori Loughlin on here, of course, from Full House fame, and Scandal fame. Unfortunately, recently she should not get charged too much for that one. But I liked Rad a lot. And in an easy first place is a really fun, charming series. And unlike a lot of the Ultraman series, is like you can collect Ultraman. You can actually collect one of the Ultraman series and pretty much stick with Ultraman, and then, but you won't want to. You want to get them all. Ultraman is kind of cool that way. But Hyper Agent Gridman definitely is an easy pick for this month. You get the complete series. Everything is right here. You get the booklet to go with it. All 39 episodes. Great production on these sets here, the Subaraya set, and I would like to see them. Hopefully, they have the rights, because Gridman there's Gridman anime as well, and I knew Gridman more for the anime than I did for actually the Gridman series, and of course I knew Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, but I hadn't seen the original Gridman. I thought I had, but I hadn't seen it. So there you go. That's my reviewed and ranked for August of 2021, Millcreek. I'm very much looking forward to what's coming up in September, because there is some really cracker releases coming up here, like stuff that I'm really excited about, including the upcoming I Dream of Jeannie as well. And I'm not sure if it's September. I think September may have a Randolph Scott set, so there's going to be a lot of watching for that one, and I'm looking forward to it. And some Ultraman anime finally, so I'm really stoked on that. Anyway, don't want to give away the ghost on too much. Reviewed and ranked Millcreek, August 2021. 100% pick up Gridman the Hyper Agent if you haven't got it. If you have not yet picked up Rad, definitely pick it up. It's a really cool little film. If you like 80s films, if you like BMX, if you like just like music and kind of cool stuff, it is done by Hal Needham. Make sure I'm right on that one. I'm pretty sure it's Hal Needham, right? Yeah, Hal Needham did this one. So, that's pretty cool. And if you like the comedy of like Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley, then For Richer, For Poor may be your bag. Don't discount the double feature just because it wasn't just because Watcher wasn't my thing. It might be yours. But I'll give the Watcher another shot. The direction just seemed a bit off for me. But Gridman, the Hyper Agent, gets a very strong recommendation for me, as does Rad. If you don't have it, pick up Rad. And pick up Gridman, the Hyper Agent, because Subaraya just can do no wrong in my eyes. I am Aaron. This is the Cult of Cinema. I want to thank you for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy. Hit the like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz type of thing. There is a Patreon if you want to join. We have a lot of really exclusive stuff on there and really cool things. And I will see you soon, because right here in the Cult of Cinema, there is always another movie. And there you go.